Thank you for the time to come in and speak to you at the weekly staff meeting. Appreciate the time on the floor. As you can see, today we'll talk about the internship program, how we use interns in the TPC network. The TPC network, a collection of 31 public courses, resorts, private country clubs spread throughout the country, subsidiary of the PGA Tour, is an industry leader in many aspects of golf operations and country club operations. One place where I think we all know that we're not an industry leader is in how we use our interns. So today we're going to talk about how the TPC network can become an industry leader, can become a destination for professional golf management interns. We'll first talk about the current internship program. I have program in quotes because, again, as you know, we don't have an actual program. We'll then talk about how we can institute a new intensive internship training program. And we'll also talk about the opportunities and the benefits of a new program. We'll talk about benefits short-term, mid-term, and also long-term. Before we get into the current program, I'd first like to see, just as a show of hands, how many have done internships in their undergraduate years? Okay. If you guys can just blurt out, what were some of the jobs or some of the tasks that you had to do as an intern?
Get coffee and file random papers.
So, coffee. File. Anything else?
Drive around and drop stuff off all day.
So, drive around.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay.
You didn't work for me.
Anybody care to give the fourth one?
Make reservations for the CEO that I couldn't go to, like lunches and dinners.
There we go. So,
And the salads too.
reservations. Well, as that pretty much makes clear, internships are not always the most intensive, well-informing jobs. So, these are some of the tasks that our current interns partake in. Unloading golf bags from golf cars, cleaning the golf carts, cleaning golf clubs, making tee times in the golf shop, checking in guests, swiping credit cards, dusting golf shop fixtures. Fun stuff. So, it sounds familiar, right? It sounds menial. It sounds repetitive. Sort of like this well-known club from Office Space. Repetitive. You're not learning much. So, we talk about the current internship program. And one of the issues facing the TPC network, 32 properties, 13 public and resort properties, 19 private clubs, typically take 2 to 3 interns apiece. So we're talking 64 to 96 interns total that the network needs. 20 colleges and universities have accredited professional golf management programs. These send out interns each year. Total, give or take, it's about 2,500 interns out there. So our network of 32 clubs out of some 3,000 courses, resorts, country clubs, it's trying to take a pretty big chunk of those interns, so we don't always get them. One of the issues that we have when we don't get interns and with how we treat our interns is that in the golf industry, similar to something like a financial advisor industry, there's a very high turnover among the entry-level assistant golf professionals. Part of what happens with that is there's a frequent training of new professionals who are coming in. So it tasks the existing staff to take the time to train, and it also depresses the level of customer service because there's a period of acclimation, there's a period of learning all policies and procedures. So, identified a problem. The good news is that the solution is not really rocket science. What we want to happen is interns go back to their university, they go back to their college, they talk to the directors of their PGM programs, they talk to their friends who are in the program, they don't speak highly of the experience that they have in their jobs in the TPC network. So their friends aren't coming. They're not interested in coming back for a full-time position because, well, they haven't had a very good experience. So how do we change that? Start with a new internship program. We actually develop a program, and it's built around exposure and development. We're exposing our interns, and we are developing them in all of the key aspects that they need to be successful golf professionals. And it begins with business aspects. That could be vendor relations, purchasing of goods, merchandise, equipment. It could be inventory management, how to manage hundreds of thousands of dollars of inventory. It could be budgeting, how to budget, how to work within a budget, sales and marketing. There are also the customer service aspects. Golf is a leisure activity. It's a service. It's a service industry. So we have to have service standards that are at the absolute highest. And then there are the golf aspects, how to play golf, how to teach, how to adjust to learning styles, how everything within a golf course or a country club works together, how it all ties together, how it all feeds off of each other. Now, it might seem like a lot to put together. It might seem like a big task to put together an internship program. The good news is that there are templates, some templates from pretty darn good places. Our marketing director has an internship guide, internship training guide from the Greenbrier, 5-star, 5-diamond resort. I interned at the American Club, Whistling Straits, up in Kohler, Wisconsin. And it's a 5-star, 5-diamond resort. I still have the manual from that, and I have the experience from that. So once we have that in place, how does that impact or how does that affect how we get interns? Well, the first job, the first task we go out and promote this plan to directors and internship coordinators of the different PGM programs, the 20 PGM programs. We can get on the phone and call them. The PGM programs are spread throughout the country, just like the 20 or the 32 TPC properties are. So we get the local management out to those PGM programs. We talk to the directors. We set up times to talk to students. We interview students while we're on campus. Other tools, we can create a website. As a subsidiary of the PGA Tour with access to PGA Tour Productions, they can create a website for us. We can use social media. We can have PGA Tour Productions cut videos to help. Two of our biggest points is we can emphasize that the TPC network loves to promote from within, from the bottom to the top. A significant chunk of the general managers and the head professionals started as assistant professionals. So they work their way up, and we can emphasize that we are going to take our interns and we're going to hire from our intern pool. So this is your audition. Come in and audition for a full-time position. We can also emphasize that PGA Tour, the Nationwide Tour, the Champions Tour, so the Senior Tour and the Young Guns, they have events at a significant chunk of the 32 properties. So we can emphasize that you'll get this experience to work at a major sporting event, and you'll get real experience, and you can put that on your resume. So this all sounds good, but how does it benefit us going forward? There, as I said, there are short-term, mid-term, long-term benefits. One of the short-term benefits is that we are going to have a larger pool of possible interns to pull from. Larger pool that's interested in us. So we will have, theoretically, a better pool of candidates to hire from. That's a short-term solution. Mid-term solution, when they graduate, looking for full-time jobs, we'll also have a more qualified pool of candidates to hire from. side effect will be more consistent customer service. They're used to the policies and procedures. They've worked at the clubs before, so we won't have that depressed level of customer service that we typically find at the beginning of each season. And then, as I said, we promote from within. We love to promote from within. And if we start with better talents, as that talent moves through, we'll have elite talents at the top. It'll only make the network better in the long run. So, talk about the internship program. As I said, we're an industry leader in a number of areas, but we're not an industry leader in internship programs. And with a few simple moves, we can position the TPC network to be an industry leader, to be a model for others out there. And at the end of the day, as I put here at the end, we're not going to hire all of those interns. All of the interns that we wish to hire may not come to us, but they're going to go out into the workplace and into the industry as skilled, ready golf professionals. And if they make the industry better as a whole, at the end of the day, they make the TPC network better as a whole. Thank you.